I think that's the number one thing that's missing in the world today is discipline. It's when I'm sitting on Twitter, I have what I like to think of. I have the very flashy teenage boy's dream of a life. I have all the girls. I've got 9 supercars. I'm living in this big mansion. I'm in Romania. What is he doing in Romania? He's rolling around with all the police are giving him police escorts to drive his Lambo and all this crazy stuff. So I have what every guy dreams of having when he's like 18. And a lot of these guys, they come to me for advice, and they absolutely lack discipline as individuals. And I think that's because they weren't disciplined as a child. Mm-hmm. That's my view. I've always been disciplined with myself because I've always lived a disciplined life. I lived in a disciplined household. Like, there was no such thing as I don't want to. So even now, if I wake up and I don't want to do something, I don't need someone to tell me to do it because I'll do it anyway. I mean, who wants to run a marathon? Nobody. Who wants to do that? You just do it, don't you? Because, you know, it's the thing you're going to have to do, and you have to blood, sweat, tears, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I was growing up in a very disciplined household, and I think it's absolutely the best thing that ever happened to me. And yeah, that's it. I had a very, very good childhood. When I look at some of the stuff on Twitter about parenting and stuff, like in my household, I fucked up, I got hit, for example. And I think that's a fantastic, I can't wait to kick my kid's ass when he gets, I can't wait. Because that's the real world. The real world's going to hit you hard if you make mistakes, and you need to learn that there's boundaries you shouldn't cross, and you need to learn to, you know, cause and effect. I loved my upbringing from start to finish. I think that every man is born, especially men, because I can't talk for women because I'm not a female, so I can't talk for women. But I think every man is born with the motivation to, in one form or another, conquer the world. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why it doesn't matter if you do it in a corporate sense. It doesn't matter if you do it in a physical sense. I've done it in every sense. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is the same drive. The reason the Romans melted rocks, made swords, walked in random directions and killed anyone they could find. I mean, they didn't have Google Maps. They didn't email those guys and find out they're bad guys. They didn't give a fuck. They're like, well, let me just go over here and take this from them. Because there's something warrior, there's an instinct inside of men that make you want to conquer. This is the reason why more CEOs are men. They go, it's the gender pay gap. No, a man will sacrifice his life for his work in a way that most females won't, because they see it as a form of conquest. It's the reason I enjoyed to fight. It's the reason that some men like having so many women. It's the world, it's conquering. And I think that happiness for a man in one form or another is derived from conquest. I think that's what it is. And that's what motivates me. No matter, there's always something new to conquer, you know? So it gets me up every day. And especially in the fields I take most interest in, there's no upper limit. There's never too much money. You can never be too strong. You can never be too fit. And there's always some new girl. So there's always something to do. You know, this is how it is. Like, why would I give a shit about, you know, being strong or having to fight to protect? The reason I care about being strong is so I can not only protect myself, but protect people I care about. The reason I be rich is not only so I can buy myself stuff, so I can provide for my family. Yeah. Like every single position of strength comes with a derivative of softness underneath it. There's some emotion involved in it. If I was really a person who had no soft side whatsoever and I didn't give a fuck, I don't think I'd be the way I am. I think I'd be complete opposite. I think there are people like that who are so inherently selfish, but those people are not successful people. Those are people who sit on the couch all day, watch TV, smoke weed, and do nothing, or go and rob grandmas. Like, I don't consider myself an emotionally hard person. I get called a sociopath all the time and a psychopath all the time. I get called that, but I don't think people understand that there is a version of the world where you can feel things and really not give a fuck how you feel. Like, if I feel sad, it does not change how I act, and it does not change the things I do. If I don't feel like going to the gym, I go to the gym. If I don't feel like working, I will still work. I lived in a world for 15 years where I didn't feel like fighting because my nose was broken, but I had to fight anyway. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these people come up to me and they say, oh, but I feel this way. I don't put a huge amount of importance on emotions. It's not that I don't feel them. It's that I don't think they have much to do with anything at all. If I wake up in a happy mood and I have a business to run and females to cater for and things to do, if I wake up in a sad mood, I have the same shit to do. I'm going to get it done. So where's the importance of it? It's in my mind, that's how I view it. Like, how does that affect what I'm going to do? Well, nothing. It doesn't. It's not going to affect how I live my life. So why sit around and think about it? This modern obsession with happiness is the number one problem with the world. because I really don't believe humans were ever evolved to be happy. Were we? You can look around and be like, look, I have a good life. And you're right, you can be very satisfied with what you have. But to believe that as an adult, as a full-grown man, you're gonna feel constant happiness like you're a 3-year-old child is asinine. And all these people who are constantly complaining about how they feel probably don't have a spectrum of emotions much different to mine. The difference is I don't sit around and cry about it. Because I don't live that kind of life. I don't have that kind of conditioning in my mind. I don't give a shit how I feel. I have things to do. I'm being honest. When people come, I feel this way, you're a pussy. Oh, but I feel, who gives a fuck how you feel? I'm about to break into your house, strangle your wife to death. Who gives a fuck how you feel? Like, your emotion has nothing to do with the harsh reality of this world. You're either successful or you're not. Life is binary. You either win or you lose. You survive or you don't. These people are so obsessed with themselves and how they feel. This is my whole problem with the depression thing. On my old account, long time ago, when I was verified, before I got banned, I set the world nuts when I said depression wasn't real. And the world went crazy. Every A-list celebrity, you can still Google right now, depression isn't real, and all the tweets come up. And my point was completely misunderstood. And my point was very simple. Feeling depressed is real. That is a real thing. And I truly believe that the reason you feel depressed is so that you are inspired into action. You're unhappy with your surroundings and you're inspired. This is the reason why you don't want to go to jail. Both of us don't want to go to jail because we'll both be depressed because we don't like our situation. It's a natural human instinct to make you work hard and try harder to build a life. So when people come to me and go, oh, I can't, I'm fat and I don't know what to do because I'm depressed. I say, no, you're depressed because you're fat. You got the other way around. So that's the first thing. Feeling depressed is real. But this idea that you can walk through life and everything's fine and you can catch depression from the sky like a disease and it strikes your brain and there's nothing you can do about it. And no matter how hard you try, you are depressed no matter what. This is garbage. This is complete garbage that's been propagated by the weak-minded. And the proof of this is that in countries with a harder life, where people are too busy struggling to survive, there's less depression. It's only in these countries that have nothing else to fucking worry about. If it was true the way they teach it, it'd be universal across the human condition. It isn't. So basically, your life's so good, the only thing you have to do is sit around and worry about why you're not happy enough. It's bullshit. The whole field, the whole industry, the whole way we view depression, the way we view happiness, the way we view sadness is all garbage from head to toe. I think it's all bullshit. We can throw the whole thing out the window. And I start again when people come to me and say about happiness, and I say, who the fuck said you should be happy in the first place? Who even said you should be? I don't care if you're sad. I never told you you should be happy. How many push-ups can you do? Not enough. Get to fucking work. So this is my whole view on the whole field. It's hard to tolerate when your whole personality is based on being hard to kill, and that gets shattered. It's like losing a loved one. It hurts. So yeah, I feel fear, I feel nerves, all those things, but I'll do things anyway. Do I struggle with anything in general in life? No, because I'm an intelligent person who's motivated. And if you're gonna try hard at something, and I mean genuinely try, 99% of people will get adept at excellent. Doesn't matter what it is. If I decided I wanted to be good at piano and I gave it everything I got, I'd be able to play piano. Do you know what I mean? Like there's people with one hand who can play piano. It's just how much effort you're gonna put in. I don't struggle at anything because if I decide I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And I've never struggled with motivation. So if you don't struggle with motivation, then you're never gonna struggle with anything in life. I mean, I'm naturally adept at some things and there's some things I'm not as naturally adept at. But if you're prepared to work, you're prepared to work. So no, I don't struggle with anything. Life is not a struggle to me. I do not view life as difficult in any way. I think life is extremely easy. I really do. You have to understand that I've tested myself on a limit, physically especially, where most people have never been. Most people have never been where I've been. Most people haven't done what I've done. I know if I'm a coward or not. I know if I'm afraid. I know myself. I've been hurt. I've been stabbed. I've had my face broken. I broke my hand in 6 places and fought another 8 rounds. I left there and had emergency surgery with 12 breaks in my hand. I know what I can do. I know everything about myself. There's nothing more spiritual than violence. This is the most spiritual thing on the planet, violence. Mm-hmm. Violence is a universal of the human condition. It's the constant. It's always been there, it'll always be there. I get people ask me this all the time. I want to look for more spiritual meaning. I say, okay, go down to a fighter's gym, get your ass kicked, and then try and do something about it. There's all the spirituality you need. You got to stay breathing when someone's trying to kill you. That's spirituality. I understand myself completely. I don't feel like there's any part of me that has been hidden or suppressed. I just because I am, like you said, I'm very clearly a certain way, very clearly dominant. I don't think there's a part of me that's hidden or suppressed. And maybe, not maybe, in fact, I will say certainly, I've been conditioned to be this way. But I think I've been raised for exceptionalism. Since as young as I can remember, I've been raised to be exceptional. I'll give you an example. So I tell stories about my dad, and people often say he was way too harsh. I thank the Lord above I had the father I had. So when I got moved up 3 grades in school, they moved me up because in the SATs it was like 400 questions and I got 2 wrong. And my dad gave me $20 and then he took $5 back for the 2 I got wrong, 5 each. So I had $10 total. And his lesson was, you still got 2 wrong. He was a perfectionist. Now, why was he a perfectionist? Well, it's because he was a chess grandmaster. And in chess, it's perfection or you lose. Why did I become a 4-time kickboxing world champion? Well, because it's perfection or you lose. There is no, it's okay to be there's no sloppiness in fighting. 1 shot, it's over. Same thing with chess. There's no sloppy. You lose control of 1 square, the game's over. I've lived in a perfectionist realm since the dawn of time. So my whole entire life has been a perfectionist life. This is how I view my life, and I don't think any other way to accept the world is okay. I don't think it's okay to be okay with losing or okay with less than the best. I don't think any of that's acceptable.